Hello and welcome to my DreamHack Birmingham 2026 Trackmania tournament predictions. Last month, we had a massive announcement that DreamHack Birmingham is a reality, and it is a qualification for the EWC later this year, and the tournament is happening in a couple days from now in of course Birmingham. And today I am here to bring you guys the latest news, everything that I know. The schedule that is posted in here is a little bit updated, so this is old news. We're gonna go over my predictions, who I think is gonna do really well, who could be like, you know, a wild card, and what's not. So let me have one look at the Wikipedia, hoping that everything is updated on here. If I click on this, March 27th, 1430, I think that is indeed updated. So player-wise, we have a lot of players registering to this event, even though it was only announced a month in advance. And of course, notable names, we have all of the greatest players that have been participating in the Elite Cups. Carl Jr., Binks, Bran, Heave, Mai, Massa, Granadi, New Prime, Scrappy, Wizzy, Tween is even going, Paco is there. So there's a lot up for grabs, and some not so known names are also joining in. Maybe A Toto is not familiar. Idoles, you know, Neil coming over from America. Jan, Inferno, R2K is even going to play. Super Stacy, BG. So a lot is up for grabs with a prize pool of 20,000 USD. However, I don't think many players are joining this event for the prize pool, and they are instead joining it to reach top 8 position, which means that you qualify to the EWC later this year. Now, we have the schedule. We're gonna quickly go over the schedule here that I have acquired. Yes, we have light mode here. That is perfectly fine. We have all of the time zones happening right at the top, starting at 2 p.m. CET on a Friday. It's gonna be long gaming days, as you can see, from 2 p.m. all the way till 8. A whopping 6 hours of potentially gaming is ahead of us. Streaming wise, I don't know who is streaming. I myself will be attending the event, so there will most likely not be a stream. I'm thinking of doing maybe a POV stream from the event itself, but that is, you know, up for grabs. So potentially virtual, potentially Lars. The usual Trackmania streamers are most likely going to stream the first 2 days. On the final day, however, there is going to be a main stream. I would assume that's going to be on the Trackmania broadcast, or there's a DreamHack channel that will be broadcasting the entire event. Tournament information though. Cup mode, 120 points. So top 2 of every single match will continue on. You got to reach finalist mode and then also win one of your rounds. So top 8 from each group advance to the playoffs. And you might be wondering, who is in the different groups? Well, unfortunately, we do not know for sure what it's gonna look like. However, there has been a little bit of a, you know, potential leak right here. And I have the image right there. This might be the group seeding, but it is, you gotta take it with a grain of salt here. However, this is based on the current ranking from the Elite Cups. So in Server 1 or Group 1, It's most likely going to be Binks, Granadi, Massa, Naiko, Epos, Mime, Pack, Keith, Wizzy, maybe Pusitito Paco, Stoof, Snoo, Prime, Snow, Worker, Tween, Jan, Neil. And in server 2, Mudda, Carl, Wosal, Bren, Ota, Gwen, Scrappy, Elcon, Josh, Jadon, Letster, Coco, Glass, Challenge, Mimo Jr., and Feed. And honestly, getting top 8 out of any of these groups is gonna be hard. Let's be honest. These groups are very stacked. This might honestly be one of the, if not the best competition we will ever see in Trackmania. Maybe it's even going to be more competitive than EWC itself. Yeah, this is an old image. This is an old image. Not everyone is in here. So, like I said, this might not be the official seeding. More information will probably happen on Friday. Now, who do I think is going to make it? That is a good question. If I was a gambling man, which I am definitely not, the top 8 slots, I think, will go to, in no particular order, Binks, that's 1. Carl Jr., that's 2. Granadi, that's 3. Pack, that's 4. Mudda, that's 5. That leaves us with 3 players left. Oh. I am going with Epos for 6th as a, as a 6th potential qualifier. That leaves us with 2 more players. I am going with let's go with a wild pick. Pustetito Paco. I'm going with Pustetito Paco. And that leaves me with 1 more spot. The last spot for the EWC qualification at DreamHack goes to Massa. There we go. That is my 8. That is my 8 picks for the top 8. I actually think both of the big players are gonna make it. Yeah. I think both of them are gonna make it. However, it is really it is really hard to call who is gonna make it. But that is my 8. That is gonna be my 8. So 0 French makes it. No, I said Binks is gonna make it. Yeah. Now, what does that mean? There is actually, it's quite scary for a lot of players because let's say Binks, Mudda, Carl, Granadi, Massa all make it. That means that the top 5 currently in Cup of the Week ranking are pretty much no more, right? They will pretty much be disappearing from this list, excluding the ENC. Of course, they will still be there, but for the EWC spot, there will, not be a green tick here in front of their name. So that then moves the positions around a little bit. So this tournament is gonna shake up the entire rankings for the Elite Cups a lot. And I am looking forward to it. Hopefully you are looking forward to it. Like I said, I don't know where this is going to be broadcasted. But I would highly recommend taking a look at the Trackmania section on Twitch. And I'm sure you will be finding a stream that is doing some commentary. I will be there live at the event. So if you are there and you want to say hi to me, you want to snap a picture, I can do that. No problem. And hopefully we will see. I mean, hopefully Carl Jr. is going to make it. I will be supporting him for the entire tournament. So thank you for watching. Enjoy DreamHack Birmingham. Esports Trackmania is back. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.